And thank God, while you're turning there, for all of our brothers around the world that are being persecuted for taking the gospel to foreign countries where the Bible is not allowed and the gospel is not allowed, and they're being martyred. And here we are in America. There's no reason for us to be afraid to preach the truth. We have brothers and sisters in foreign countries right now being killed, being imprisoned, being beaten, because they're not allowed to preach Jesus. And they're smuggling Bibles in, and many of them are losing their life. We had 3 brothers in alumni of Logos, which I'm alumni of, and they just lost their life in some of the foreign countries. They were preaching the truth, and the people caught them and killed them because they were preaching Jesus. So there's no reason for us in America to be afraid to preach the truth. Even if, the board get upset or whatever, we shouldn't be afraid to preach the truth. Genesis 25 and verse 23, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Now I'm going to pause there for a moment, and I'm going to pick back up. But I need, first of all, 5 volunteers. Listen to me before you come. I need 5 people, adults. I don't want any young people, I don't want no children. I need 5 adults that do not have a college degree to come up in the front. 5 adults that do not have a college degree to stand across the front. Just across the front. That's right. Yeah, come closer. You're doing right. Facing. Need one more. 5. Now I need 5 adults who have a college degree to stand directly in front of these 5. We need another one. Okay, here come evangelists. Stand directly in front of these 5. All right. Now we're going to turn to Matthew chapter 20 and verse 16. Give you a few moments to get there. Matthew 20 and verse 16. So the last shall be first, and the first last. For many be called, but few chosen. That's my key verse. Now I'm going to ask those that are behind to move to the front. The title of this message is entitled From Last to First. You may be seated. God bless you. Thank you all. From last to first. I'm sure many of you have experienced having siblings, meaning a brother or sister, perhaps even a friend, co-worker, someone who just always have seemed to be a step ahead of you. That brother, that sister that seems to excel faster than you when you were growing up. Many times they seem to get all the advantages that you didn't get. In other words, it seemed as though they had favor when you didn't have favor. Sometimes it may even be a co-worker or a neighbor or even a friend that you are acquaintance with, and It just seems as though they always seem to move a step quicker and a step ahead of you. No matter how hard you try, it just seems like you cannot surpass them. Well, God majored in the business of turning things around. You might have been that person that always seems to be the failure of the family. Might be the type of person that your mama, your daddy always said that you would be the one to break my heart. You might be that person that even in your household growing up, all of the other siblings just seem to have always been in better favor than you, even in the house, because you just had a knack, as we call it, of just messing things up. The can't get it right type of person. But how many know that things change and nothing stays the same in this life always? God have a way of coming into a situation and changing things around. That's why you see many times people that were unknown many times rises from obscurity to prominence. Many times people that were lacking in areas, maybe educationally, maybe they dropped out of school, but many times you'll find out they ended up being successful in life. They didn't get the college degree. Know some men that end up being billionaires that didn't even finish school. One of them was, I believe, the founder of KFC, the Colonel himself. I believe he was the one that they did a report on. I was reading some years ago. There was a few other entrepreneurs that became billionaires that did not finish school, but went on to become very successful in life. So then you cannot judge a person by where they are right now, because you got to understand that God is a transitional God. He knows how to change us. He knows how to change situations that we are in. He knows how to rearrange the way we have been conducting and even living our life. Some of you no doubt came up in homes where you were called the black sheep of the family. You were the one that felt beneath your other siblings for whatever apparent reasons. But you have to understand that the very fact that you are alive, that you are living, that God placed a destiny and purpose over your life, and that's why you're here. We can all look around and find somebody that seems to be multi-talented. Sometimes we find people that have so many gifts and talents, and they can just do so many different things, and then you look at yourself and you find out that I only have a few, maybe one or two, but then you know somebody else that seems to be able to do so many different things well. Well, the point of the matter is, and this is something you have to come to the conclusion of, is that whatever gifts, skills, talents, abilities that you have, God did not put you here to compare yourself to the next person's gifts and talents and skills and abilities, but He simply wants you to use what you have to the best of your abilities. And you have to be careful not to undermine yourself. Many times people belittle themselves in their minds, and it causes you to not be as successful as you were ordained of God to be, because your thinking says, I can't. Your thinking says, I'm not worth it. Your mentality says, I don't have the gifts, the ability, the knowledge, the brain to do it, but that's not true. You see, you have to understand that everything about you that you have and that